Hello, beautiful people. I hope you are all fine. So, in this video, we will learn how we can integrate PayPal payment gateway in our React and Node.js application. So, we have created our basic two subscriptions, which we will integrate with the PayPal. And let's get started. So, we will go through our application. So, we have created a simple application which has three pages: success page, fail page, and subscription page. And let you show that we have these three pages, and this time you are seeing this page. In this page we have to integrate the PayPal integrations. So first of all, we have to install a package. Can install I at the rate PayPal React PayPal JS. Let's wait for install. Okay, so we have reached here. We will import it from the package. Import from at the rate of PayPal, and we will call the PayPal buttons. Okay, so we got the buttons. Actually, we don't need to call it here. It is better that we will create another component where we can call it. So we will go into this card. Okay, we reach in this card and we have to create another function. Let's call it PayPal buttons dot JS6. Import React from React and import PayPal buttons, and then the same export default function. I think we need to change the component because it is same component. PayPal buttons component. We can wrap it into the div, and then we will call this function. We have to pass a prop like style. We can give a shape. So we have three shape. We can use the pill shape, and the layout. Layout will be horizontal or vertical. This is our choice. You can play with it. So we will go with vertical, and the color, it will be blue. This is our choice. We have to handle the create subscription button. We have create subscription. We will see that how this will work. Oh, it's not create order, it's create subscription. Handle create subscription. We will handle everything, but this time we will just create a console button so that we can fill what we have to do. We will pass this function in this prop, and we have to handle, for example, when the subscription will be accurately committed, and then we have to handle if it's approved. So we say that on approve. In this function we will have the data. We can write it again, but and we will call this. Actually, we don't need this button, but we will use that button. PayPal buttons component. We will pass some props also, but now we don't need, but this time if we will see that, we will not see the buttons because we need a provider also. So let's check it. Yeah, as expected, it will give us an error because we have to wrap our application under the provider of people buttons. So we will go in our index file. We can wrap it here as well. So we will import the provider from the PayPal, import from PayPal. We will select the provider. We have to wrap around our application, PayPal provider script, and we have to wrap around our application. This is how we have to provide options as a prop in this, and we can decide the options here. Const options. We need a client ID, which we will get it from our PayPal account. For this time, leave it blank, and then wallet. Let's keep it true, and intent, it will be capture. Actually, we have to apply everything on test mode, so that's why it will be captured. But when we go into live mode, so we will bring it to the, and we will change this to the subscription. So we will pause these options. Okay, let's check it. Like either we have our buttons or not. Okay, these are not. Let's see what the problem we have. Okay, they are saying must be used within a paper provider script provider. I think it must be there. So let's bring it to the top. Maybe it will work. It's still not working. Yeah, I think we just need to pause the test and let's check it. Okay. So we have now PayPal buttons in our shape. So we have to handle this because whenever we will click on it, so we have to create the subscription. And then after it, we just need to handle that subscription on the approve function. So first of all, we have to go in our PayPal account and we just need to grab uh, a sandbox account and we just need to log in. So I just go in our PayPal account and then I just create uh, this sandbox account and I just log in. So if I will refresh, so it will log it for some time. Okay, so I will log in now. So this is my test account, which I can for use to test my applications. So I have login and now we have to create some subscription which exactly same as it is. So we will go to in our sales and the subscription, and then we just need to create the subscription plans. Uh, I have created our plans before, so we will use our these plans in our application, and so let's try it. So we have to create our create subscription API in our Node.js server. So we have created our basic Node.js server here, which have just one route for this time. So we will create another route app.post and then we can give the name create subscription And then we need to handle the request and response. Okay, so we are here. We need to create two plans, an array. We have plan ID, which we will get from the paper. Uh, okay, plan name, which is standard, and then duration. It will be month. And then need to create another plan, which will be pro standard, same, and it will be EF. Okay, now we have two plans. We will get the plan ID from the PayPal account. So we have the standard, it's a standard month. Okay, we will paste it here. And then we have standard, this is standard yearly. We will go into the, yeah, 490. We will copy this. We will save in our server. Okay, now we have two plans. So what we will get in our application? Two things. One, the plan ID, request or body, because we will get a payload from the front end. So it will have the plan name and the plan ID. Actually, it's not the plan ID. Actually, it will be duration. Okay, we have to find our right plan, which user wants to be applied. Let's call it plan. And plans, we just need a query. Find. Let's call it plan. If plan dot duration is equal to duration, and plan dot plan name is equal to plan name. If these conditions will lie, then we will have our current plan. So we have to handle, if not plan, we can respond status, let's say 400 JSON message plan not found. So this is our error handling. And if the plan we found, we have to get the subscription. So now we have the PayPal, the plan IDs. So we just need to create a plan in the PayPal. So we have to, the base URL will come from here. I have just saved this. We just need to save this URL. And then V1 billing subscriptions. So we have to call the API with the help of fetch. Let's call it response, and it will be await fetch. We just need to pass the URL which we have, and we need to pass the options. Method will be post, and we need to set the headers like content type, content will be application JSON, and then the other tag accept same application JSON, then prefer will be return. These are the specific headers which need uh, to subscribe in the PayPal. Representation, and the most important, the authorization, and it will start from the error, and we need to pass the auth token. I will tell you that how we can get the token now. Let's leave this place, uh, but we will add the token first, and then in the last, we need to send the JSON, the body. The body will be in the JSON. So JSON dot stringify. So we will send the plan ID or price ID. It will be the plan ID. So plan we have, and then plan ID, and then we have to send application context, and it will be user action. We can give anything, but we will go subscribe. Let's use the capital subscribe now. We can use anything we want, but I suggest use this one. Okay, and then we need to convert this response and get its data. Data await response dot JSON. Well, we need to convert the data into JSON. Okay, the other thing that we have to create a token. So it have a unique method that we can create the token and we can get it. It's just that we need to create another function outside of the outside of the request. So let's say that generate access token. So it will create a token for us. We need to make it async function because we have to call asynchronously. We need a client ID and the client secret from the PayPal whenever we will create our application in the PayPal. So it will give us a client ID and the client secret. We just need to grab it from their software, and we just need to get it. So let's call it. I have already grabbed that. So let's call it. We have this one. I have grabbed these two IDs. It will look like this. So let's call it here. So we can get it process.env dot the same, and we need to get the client secret, PayPal client secret process or env dot client secret, and we will console it also. Either we have this or not. PayPal, we have to handle the errors if we don't have our PayPal client secret, then we will return null, or we can throw PayPal credential not found. We can throw if one of it is not exist. Okay, so now we just need to call an API const response await again the fetch. We need a URL. So URL will we will have the same URL, but with some changes. We need this base URL first. V1 or, or 2. So we can call our token from this URL. So let's call it here URL, and we again need to pass. Let's call method, and it will be post, and the body it will have grant type client credentials, and we need to send an auth API. So headers, it will be authorization. We need to send another authentication token. Let's call it bearer, and we just need it to create a token with the client ID and the client secret. So how we are gonna create this? We will create here const auth, and we need a, so it will be created with the buffer because we need it in base 64, and we will use the form. We will pass in it uh, PayPal PayPal client ID, and then plus we need a colon, and then plus again, and now the PayPal client secret, and now we need to string because we don't want that somebody know our client ID or client secret. So we will go to base 64. We will console it also so that we don't stuck in errors for a long, and we just get it, and we just need to pass it here auth, and now we just need it in the data of which response dot JSON as we have done before. And after that, we get the data dot access token. We will return data dot access token. So there is a possibility that our code can be crashed with because of some errors. So we can bring our code in try and catch so that we know what exactly happened. Try, and in the catch statement we will catch our errors. And we just need to throw error as well. So we just recheck. Okay, we have found this. I hope we will get our token also. We just need to use this to get our token here. We don't need Axios here. So we can get our token here. Say access token, await, generate access token. Yeah. So we will have our token and we will pass it here. Okay, so we have the data now, and now we have to grab the other things from our data. We will send it to the backend. To remember JSON PayPal subscription. It will be equal to the data, and we can call the status also. So it will be data dot status. Okay, so this has been done, and we just need to console also console dot access token so that we just keep knowing that if our data is coming or not. Okay, so the backend API has been done. So we will call it from our front end. We will go in our front end, and this is our card. We just need to install the Axios, which is already installed. Okay, and actually we just need to call it on this handle. We'll delete it from here. Uh, we will go into this import Axios from Axios. So this is the function we have already. One more thing we need to get it, that we just need to know that the which function. Uh, One more thing we need to know about, that what is the name of package and what is the duration. So we will get it from the top side. Okay, so we will say that plan name, it will be package, and the duration, it will be duration. We will get it on the top side. Plan name and duration. So it will tell us that which plan we have to subscribe. Okay, so response. This will be a async function. Await Axios, and we will use a URL. The URL will be our server URL. Let's get it that which URL we are using. Okay, this is the base URL, and now create subscript subscription. Method will be post, and the data we have to send the same data we are receiving in the server end. Let's see what we are receiving. The plan name and the duration. We will use the same spelling. So the plan name will be plan name, what we are getting, and the duration will be the duration same as it is. And after that, we will console for this time response dot data will be response dot data. Okay, so let's check whether we have set up everything fine or not. So we will send this to here, to our this post request. Okay, this is post plan name duration. We need to find the name. The duration will be duration. Plan name will be plan name. Okay, and then we need to get the token. Okay, let's see what happened. I just need to open the network tab so that we know what's happening. We'll be clear for this time. Okay. Oh, that's really great. I think everything was great. Exactly not. I think there is a problem. Token signature verification failed. Okay, let's see what happened to our server. Okay, we have the PayPal IDs, authentic auth token is fine. Okay, access token have some problem. So, okay, we will figure it out. That's why we add the console statements. Okay, so we have this data. Okay, so we have this token quite good, no problem. Exactly, we don't get any error. Okay, I have figured out. Actually, this is basic, not bearer. So you just change all the guys and keep it the same. Uh, okay, let's try it now that we have data on it. We just don't need this. We will run the server. Okay, so let's check the console. Unexpected. Okay, nothing is coming. I think we need to check it again because we have a lot of error messages already before. Okay, so it is saying that the data is coming. Okay, so we have the subscription and approval, everything is coming. So we are getting the ID and the data. So what we have to do, actually this function have to return the ID. So we will just send the ID first, and we will say that why we remove the data. Okay, so data will be from await response dot data, and we will see that if data have dot ID, then return data dot ID. Okay, let's see that what happened. Either we have the complete window opens or not. Okay, so it's not working. Why? Oh, it is not that. So we have to get the ID from here. So data dot PayPal subscription. So come here, data dot subscription, then PayPal dot ID. So I hope this will work now. Let's cancel this. Oh my God! Again this thing. Why? Let's refresh this. Uh, check it now. Okay, so now we are coming in this the PayPal account, and now we have to log in with our account, and then we will be able to subscribe the package. And okay, we need a PayPal account. So I have already a PayPal account which I will use. But first we will handle the on approve function. We will close it for now, and we just need to handle the on approve function first. Okay, this is fine, and this is the on approve function. So handle approve. So now we will add this function here. So when this function will run, so it will have data, and we have to check that if data have order ID, then we need to verify this from our server. So we need to create another API which will verify that this order ID is valid or not. So we will go into our server, and we need to create another API which will be test payment or save payment, I think. App dot, it will be post save payment. So this API will save if our subscription is valid, and then we can give the services whatever we want. So we will give these services to our users. So it will be same request response. So we will receive the data. Actually, we will receive request dot body dot, let's call it data, and in the data we will have order ID and subscription ID. So we have to check this. We need to use the same URL we have, the billing one. Okay, this one we will use this. One more thing that we have to do everything if we have order ID and subscription ID. So we will check first. If not order ID or not subscription ID, then we need to return an error. We can give the error code 400 and JSON. We can give the message order ID or subscription ID not found. Okay, so it's fine. Now we can add. Actually, we have to get the subscription by the subscription. We will pass subscription ID here, and now we will say a response. Okay, we need to make it async function so that we can have user wait. We will pass the URL, and we need to pass third, which will be get this time because we are not sending the body, and the headers. In headers, we have to send content type, which will be application, application JSON, and accept same application JSON, and prefer will be the same term representation, and the most important authorization, which will be bearer and the token. So we have created a function here which is the get access token. So we will use it here. Access token update get access. Okay, so we will send this token here. So this time we will have our response. We will convert into the data, like say PayPal data and await response dot JSON. Okay, so in this API we will have a lot of data. First of all, we will console it, that what data we are getting. Better that we need to console and send to the front end as well, paper data, so that we can see quickly. So we have this save payment method API. We will use it. Okay, we need to send it. The spend of status is equal to 200. We will give 2000. JSON message, and we will say success. And in data, we will say paper data. Okay, so this is fine. Let's recheck. We will have subscription ID and order ID. I have checked that it's not that spelling. It's not ID. It will be ID. So we will change it. Okay, and let's check what data we have. We have to call this API to the front end. So we can copy this. Okay, a sync function, and we have the route save payment. It will be post, and we just need to send the data. Data will be data which we are receiving, and in this time we will have the data here, and we will console it what we have. So we need to create the subscription first. Let's refresh it. It's loading. Let's wait. Okay, so we have this account. We can log in with this. Let's try. So my business account was not working, so I think I should go with the personal account. Let's log in with this. Okay, so this is working now, and let's go with continue uh, and agree and subscribe. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what we have. Ready to be run. Okay, so finally it's done. I have debugged code a bit, so I want you to change something. I have first of all, you just need to add a client ID, which will come from your PayPal. You just need to add because the test will not work. You can enable or disable these enable fundings like pay later and enable disable card, etc. You can do this. Okay, one more thing you just need to change. You just need to come here, and actually it is not the order ID, it's order ID. And same here, we need to change here in our server. So let's change it to ID. Save this, and now let's check it. We'll come here again, and let's refresh it. Starting now, we have our price ID the same, and we will go and continue and agree and subscribe. I have added debugger, and if the payment is successful, our code will stuck there. Okay, so now we have this code, and now we have data.order. I don't know why it is this order ID. I have changed. Oh, sorry, I did not save it. So I was debugging in the code, and I found some errors. So I will tell you that what we need to do. First of all, uh, we have to add the client ID, which we get from the PayPal, uh, and then we can add these two lines as well, so that the error not come to us. Furthermore, what we have changed, uh, uh, actually it was the order ID, but in actual it is order ID. And then uh, we have console the data, and then after we console this data, and as we have the order ID, then we will call this API, and we will go here in our server, and we will extract these two things in the body dot data. Okay, and after that everything will go great. So here we will again create a payment. To that, continue, agree and subscribe, and I hope so this time it will work. Okay, so it says that it comes in the debugger, and when we will play it, let's check in the network. So this API has been called, and let's see what we have in this API. So we have all this data, and we can see the console as well. Now we have all this detail, and our and now we can see the paper data. The status is active, and this is the plan ID, and the start time, the subscriber description, pair ID, everything we have. So after this, what we can do? So we have the PayPal data, and then we can check that PayPal data dot status is active. If this is active, then we can update our database according to our services and what the plan our buyer, our subscriber used. Then we can update its services after this. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for